The B1 Titan X is a very direct competitor to the onboard Zeus Pro. TLDR, it's the Zeus Pro with a brake light. But there are other pros and cons. Let's watch my henchman Alex review this board, and then I'll give you my thoughts. But first, check out this watch. Seagull Design is back with another uniquely designed mechanical watch, the M Series Magician. Unlike most watches, the external case of the Magician can be swapped between 3 different styles. I prefer the round one. All of them come included in the very creative box, which looks like a book. The packaging itself makes this watch a really nice gift. With a mechanical yet modern looking design, intricate craftsmanship with quality materials, this watch fills the wearer with premium power. Learn more about the Seagull Magician at dquan.com/Seagull Design.
First we had the Zeus. Now we're getting the Titan. With its carbon fiber deck, it looks slick as duck. The deck is 39.7 inches long, which is slightly longer than the Zeus at 38.7 inches. You know what they say about big feet? You need a big wide deck. At 13 inches wide, the deck is compatible with the biggest of foot sizes. The concave on the Titan is so shallow I can't feel them at all. It's like standing on a huge white plank. As for the grip tape design, you either love it or you hate it. I'm personally not a big fan of it at all. There's just too much going on. On the bottom, there's a big heatsink that conforms to the deck, and it's quite sleek. The Titan uses 12-inch wide trucks that they call CKP, but it's really just traditional kingpin. I did the classic butcher magic to fit my style, and I gotta say, it feels the same as the Zeus Pro in terms of stability and turnability. Our version came with the 6-inch pneumatic wheels, and somehow on this board, the wheels look very small. Like even they are 6-inch pneumatics, but they still look small on this board. But like that's kind of weird. It's probably because of the squared off deck shape and just how huge it is. Our version came with both the 6-inch pneumatics and also the boa constrictors, but I like the more comfortable ride on 6-inch pneumatics, so I just swapped them on before I went on for a ride. Things we do for these videos, man. Things we do. The Titan X uses LG M50LT cells, which is somewhat on par with Molicel M50A in terms of discharge current, according to Battery Mooch. At 13S4P 20 amp hours, I got a range of about 48 kilometers on turbo mode while riding in the city. With the 5 amp charger that comes in the box, it takes about 4 to 5 hours to charge it from flat to full. I have to say the 48 kilometer range was done on speed mode, I think 2 or 3. Yeah, it was just a very long ride. But on the other ride, where we just went balls to the walls and went through some dirt, yeah, I kind of killed it in about 30-ish kilometers. Like, was it like 28, 30-ish? The ESC and the remote of the Titan is again from Hobbywing. On the remote, there are 4 speed modes, and the interface looks different than other brands, which I think it's a little bit cluttered, but whatever, you're not gonna be staring at the screen at all times. The top speed I got on the Titan is 58 kilometers an hour. A lot of things affect top speed as well, like how the terrain is and how fat I am. But I did it on pneumatic wheels and it didn't really feel sketchy, so that's nice. The brakes feel good, and in general, how the board behaves and the ESC feels the same as the Zeus Pro. Well, I guess they're in the same category, so that's quite reasonable. One thing that the Titan has that the Zeus doesn't is the brake light. It is a good addition that makes the board look more complete and professionally made, while providing some bonus safety factor. Plus, it looks pretty darn good. And you can cycle through different lighting modes by pressing the power button twice when the board is turned on. Damn, this thing is long! The deck alone stands at over 1 meter, and with 6-inch pneumatic wheels, this board is officially longer than any of my boards, including my DIY build. Weighing in 13 kilograms, this thing is quite heavy, but with 6-inch pneumatic wheels, I can still tow it around everywhere, so that's not that big of an issue unless you have to carry it, like onto a subway or onto a bus. That's where it becomes cumbersome. As a direct competitor to the Zeus Pro, those two boards are extremely similar. In my opinion, it comes down which deck suits your needs and which deck you like better. The brake light is most definitely a welcome addition to this fantastic board. And I hope we'll see more boards with headlights and brake lights integrated. That would be a nice thing. I had a lot of fun with this board. Rolling through dirt tracks and all that was really fun on it. So yeah, go out and ride.
Nice! Thank you, Alex. And now let me share with you some of my thoughts about the Titan X. I myself have not ridden this board before, but I have ridden the Hercules, which has either a very similar deck or the same deck. I'm not personally a fan of really wide decks, especially if you can't feel the concave, but they are really comfortable for long distances being so flat. So I guess there are pros and cons. Alex got 48 kilometers while riding casually, which is pretty far with pneumatic tires. So if you like riding really far on a large flat platform, the Titan X may be worth considering. I initially didn't want to cover this board because it's very similar to the onboard Zeus Pro in both price and specs. Boards within the same category are always going to have a lot of similarities, but these two are just very similar. But like Alex said, the Titan X does have a brake light. It's not the most important feature, but I'm kind of surprised that more boards don't have brake lights. It just seems like one of those things that should become standard. Kind of like how standby mode or smart turn on has become standard. We don't even talk about smart turn on anymore because pretty much every board has them now, as they should. So yeah, the brake light is a pretty cool feature. I don't like how it looks, but I like the feature, and I also like where they put it. Like Alex said, the main difference for you to consider between this board and the Zeus Pro is probably going to be the deck. Do you want a very wide deck? Do you care about having concave? If you do plan on getting the B1 Titan X, feel free to use my referral discount code.